Hello to everyone joining us from around the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I am Sonia De La Fosse from the Worldwide Education team here at Microsoft, and I could not be more excited to be here with you because today we are here to celebrate some of your incredible stories, celebrate you and the work you do every day that makes this world a better place. And with me today, I also have my good friend, Mike Tolson. Say hi, Mike.
Hey everyone, great to be here today, and we are so excited to be celebrating Teacher Appreciation Week and all the incredible educators out there and everything that you do every day.
So, Mike, are you ready?
Yes,
All
I am
right,
ready. Let's go.
sweet. Let's get this celebration started. Let the countdown begin. Welcome to our very special event. This week is Teacher Appreciation Week, and today we are celebrating the real superheroes in our lives, teachers.
That's right, Sonia. We're here to honor all the amazing individuals who go above and beyond every day to make a difference in our lives, and we can't wait to be inspired by the heartwarming stories and experiences of the global education community.
And speaking of inspiration, we want to give a big shout out to all the educators who are watching from around the world. I see friends from Brazil, Canada, Germany, India. What are you doing? It's the middle of the night. Japan, South Africa. Good evening to you. And of course, the US. Mike, who do you see?
Yeah, I see friends from Italy. I see Mexico, Malaysia, go Malaysia, France, Wales, Scotland. I see Sweden. And thank you all for tuning in. We're so grateful for everything that you do.
Today, we want to recognize, we want to appreciate, and we want to celebrate your hard work, dedication, and passion. Because it really takes passion to do what you do. Like, believe me, I did it for a long time. We hope this event will show you just how much we here at Microsoft admire and respect you.
Okay, so let's get ready to be inspired, Sonia. Do you want to share a bit about what everyone can expect today?
Okay, so we have a fantastic lineup of speakers and stories to share with you. First, we're going to hear from our keynote speaker. He's a global humanitarian. It's literally live, you guys. If I I love doing things live. He is a global humanitarian. He is a civil rights activist. He's a community leader, and he has dedicated his life's work to advancing social progress and healing around the world. Martin Luther King III has a very special message for you. Then we're going to hear from educators from all over the world who are going to share their stories and their experiences and help us all get inspired and celebrate the work that each and every one of you do. And we're going to reimagine education.
Welcome, incredible Microsoft Innovative Educator experts. I'm so honored to be here virtually with you today. As leaders and shapers of our future, you have one of the most challenging yet important roles in our society. At nearly 30,000 strong, you have built up a truly global community, ranging from the tip of South America to Asia, from Europe to Canada, and everywhere in between. What I find so inspirational is that each and every day you approach your role in education with the student at the heart of what you do. My father often said that not everybody can be famous, but everyone can be great, because greatness is determined by service, and to serve you only need a heart full of grace and a soul generated by love. Not only do you inspire the students that surround you, each of you inspires your colleagues and your communities to achieve more. Each of you are leveraging technology in innovative ways to provide inclusive and accessible learning opportunities for the students of the world. The work you do is truly remarkable, and I see you. Know that both Microsoft and I are cheering you on each step of the way. Every day you wake up, willing to face unknown challenges, and each time you rise up to not just meet them, but to conquer them with joy, with passion, and for the love of the work you do. This world is a better place because you are in it. I see you. We see you. If you can't fly, then run, my dad said. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. No matter what you do, just keep moving. Because ultimately, the true measure of a human being is not where one stands in times of comfort and convenience, but where one stands in times of challenge and controversy. Thank you so much for being you, for being resilient, for staying positive, for loving the children of our world, and for making the world a better place.
Every time I hear him speak about teachers, it just, like, literally, I got teary, Mike. I mean, teachers, all of you out there are, like, not doing this from a place of comfort. You are doing this, as he said, from a place of challenge, and you rise up to it. Mike?
Yeah, that was pretty amazing. I really liked how he was saying, we're at this global event, we have all these educators, and how he kept referencing how I see you. And I think that's really powerful in that across the world, there are so many educators doing so many different things and in challenging times. And the fact that he really talked about seeing all these educators, I thought was super powerful.
I love that. We do see you. And that's why we here are here to support you. So let's hear from some of the incredible educators who are making a difference in their communities. Our first story is a shining example of the dedication and passion that educators bring to their work every day. These are both Microsoft Innovative Educator experts from sunny California, right here in the USA, just a couple states below Mike and me. And we are so grateful that they are willing to share their experiences and insights with us.
Yeah, so without further ado, let's hear from Ricardo and Teresa.
Hi everyone, my name is Teresa.
And I am Ricardo Recinos.
And we are both teachers from Hacienda La Puente Unified School District. Hacienda La Puente USD is in California, about 20 minutes from Los Angeles, which is known for our stunning coastline, vibrant cities, and diverse culture.
We are both technology tosas for our district. I have been in education for 20 years, teaching high school most of the time, but also some community college. And now I get to work with little ones and all the way up to high school.
And I've been in education for about the same amount of time, but I've been working mostly with our littles, every grade in elementary school before I came up into this position. And one of our favorite things to do is work with kids and help them to learn more about themselves and to find their voice.
I think what makes Teresa and my experience in education unique is that we are both language learners. I came to this country when I was 14 years old, and I had to learn the language, and I faced a lot of barriers to eventually become an educator.
And we think that these tools would have made a huge difference in our education, and that's why we're so passionate about bringing it to our kids today. And we want to advocate for all people, especially those who don't see themselves typically in education or who maybe feel a little bit different. And we want our kids to learn more about themselves and embrace our diversity. One of our favorite tools is Flip, formerly known as Flipgrid.
As I think of the many ways in which we have brought Flip, going from bringing it into PDs with our PAPA department, Visual Performing Arts, bringing it to every PD that we did to show our teachers how this could give them a voice, but also another tool for them to be able to use with their students so that the students can have a voice.
And I think the pandemic played a huge role because our teachers and our students relied very much on Flip to do their lessons and to demonstrate their knowledge during that time that we were distance learning.
You know, the use of Flip for me is, it just goes to my heart because it's a very personal experience. My daughter was having issues showing mastery through writing and through reading, but with the ability of using a tool like Flip, during the pandemic, she was able to actually show mastery and show that she was understanding the material, and she was able to participate and be part of that classroom.
And we have similar stories to that in our district, and one really stands out. We had a student who, prior to the pandemic, was in RSP, being recommended for SDC, and really just having a hard time being heard in class and participating. And when the pandemic came along, he didn't have as much distractions that he would usually have. And his voice started to come out when he used tools like this, like Flip. And it was so amazing because not only did he start to participate, but he got so confident in himself that he actually joined the speech and debate team and placed. He really shined during that time using tools like this. So we're really proud to say that he is one example of many students who were able to thrive, and especially at a time during distance learning when we were not together, and they continue to do so even now using Flip.
Yeah, you know, as I think about our journey with Flip, I go back and I laugh thinking about our little kindergarten students showing how they learn how to tie their shoes, right? I also am so proud to be able to say that, you know, we went international. We had our students from one of our middle schools that were learning Mandarin actually doing a kind of an e-PAO activity through Flip, where kids from China were learning English and they were practicing their English to talk to our students while our students were actually doing that to practice their Mandarin. You know, something that we are very proud about is how our district has embraced Reflect, especially the feelings monster, that's what we call it. And it's been so great to see that embedded in all of our classes.
And this has just been so meaningful for our kids. Like I said, always going back to our transition back from distance learning is really the need to be able to identify and share our emotions. And how can we do that without the right vocabulary? And tools like Reflect really gave us the ability to explicitly teach our kids the words that they needed to be able to explain how they felt and why they felt that way, and start those powerful conversations with our students and with one another to acknowledge how they're feeling, and also to teach them ways to cope doing certain things. So we're so proud to say that we've been able to provide PDs for our staff, but more than that, showing our kids how to use it. And we see classes doing this with their kids every single day, and this has made a huge difference.
One of my best friends who teaches Spanish, you know, she uses the tool, and her students are very honest, and she doesn't just use it to check in, but they had a test that was coming up, and she asked, how do you guys feel about the test? And the students were very honest, and they said, we're very tired. We had other tests, we had other things that are going on in school right now. And she actually, because of Reflect, saw her class, was able to see him in Together View, and decided to change the date of the test. She feels that it was the right choice to make based on the tool like Reflect, being used with the high school students.
And we've talked to our teachers who use Reflect regularly, and it has allowed them to really check on all of the students. And we do have those students who usually are quiet and, they go unnoticed and we're not sure. They look like they're doing fine, but with this, we're able to see really through the data how they are feeling. And she was able to notice maybe a few students who were extra stressed or having a hard time during a certain time of the day, and have those conversations with them. And they said they wouldn't have noticed that. They wouldn't have asked them that. And so I'm very powerful to be able to reach out to all students, not just those who are raising their hand all the time, and not those students who just need the extra support, but everybody. So this was a really amazing tool for us and all of our kids.
And as Teresa mentioned, I think the insights, not just for our teacher, but also for our site administrators, to be able to have a finger on how their class culture and how everybody is feeling as a whole because of a tool like Reflect.
And it doesn't hurt that the feelings monster is so cute. So when we go into classes and we actually show the students the feeling monster, they really relate to him and all the different feelings that he has. And we go in to do these lessons, these social emotional lessons with our kids to really teach them the right vocabulary. And just using this tool makes it easy for us and for the kids to understand. We are truly inspired by all of the teachers that we get to work with, and they are heroes for us and also all of the students. And we just wanted to encourage everyone to not be afraid to use tools like this, because they really give our students the ability to get to know themselves.
So, as I think back on my educational experience, I can say that I learned a lot, but what I remember is those teachers and the way they made me feel, because I knew they care about me. Thinking about someone like Jaime Escalante, and I've said this story before many times, coming to my classroom and changing my life as an educator, right? I hope that now, as I am on the other side of the coin and I'm a teacher, that what I do and what I try to do with these tools that we have, such as Reflect and Flip, is a type of model and a form of encouragement for others to see that we do make a difference every day, and that, again, allowing our students to find their voice is so important, so that they can function in this new world that we live in.
I love how they are. So for those of you that are outside the US, TOSA means teacher on special assignment. And after I was a teacher for 12 years, I became a TOSA. And a TOSA's job is to coach teachers and work with teachers. It could be on a mixture of technology and curriculum. And so Ricardo and Teresa are doing a phenomenal job down in California. And the one thing that Ricardo really said that spoke to my heart was, your kids need to know you care about them. And that's the one thing I talk to all teachers that I work with is, your first job as a teacher is to love each and every one of your students, especially the ones that make it really hard. And I think Reflect is a great way to connect to those kids as well. And Mike, I know you've met Ricardo, right?
Well, yeah, I actually, the way that they are really diving in and helping educators explore these new tools like Reflect, and Flip isn't new, but there's so many new use cases for it. And I've personally seen Ricardo is amazing in capturing some of the things that his school is doing as well. Like, I've seen incredible videos on Twitter, and I'm always impressed by how Ricardo and Teresa will dive in with new technologies, try things out, document what they're doing, and then share that with the world, which is amazing.
Yeah. So be sure to follow them. I think we have I think we can get their pop-ups here, so you can make sure you follow them. There they are. There is Tech-Tosas and Castor Corner. So definitely follow them on Twitter. They're, whoops, wrong side, this side. And so that's awesome. So thank you, Ricardo. Thank you, Teresa. Like, so amazing.
Yes. So next, we are going to hear from amazing educator, and I had a chance to meet her more recently. This is Teacher Tan in Malaysia, and she is doing some incredible work with reading fluency using reading progress. And I would say she was really early out of the gate on these things, and she's been having an impact across the entire country of Malaysia. So let's hear from Teacher Tan.
As an educator, I always believe in teaching from the heart, and no child is left behind. Hi, I'm Tan Liyin from SMK Damansara Jaya, Selangor. I teach 2 Form 3 classes and 3 Form 5 classes, a total of 165 students. Now, to be able to give personalized attention to each student is a tough task. Reading progress in Microsoft Teams saved the day. Educators can now help our learners to not only improve in their reading, but to take ownership of their reading.
The seasons, the atmosphere.
Reading progress builds the confidence and self-esteem of each child as they learn to be better readers using reading progress.
Atmosphere.
All educators under the MOE of Malaysia can access Microsoft and the tools via the Delima platform. Educators just need to log in to Delima, create the teams based on their classes they teach for the year. Then we are ready to set the ball rolling. The teacher can create assignments and apply the reading progress to send out to the students in their classes. Educators can just assign the reading passages, based on the ready-made materials in the sample library according to the levels of difficulty. It is all done in a few seconds. Once the student receives the reading passage, the student will be able to read the passage at their own pace and at their own time.
They get almost all of the water they need.
Water they need from their flexible omnivorous diet.
Once the assignment is turned in, the teacher can view each child's reading as the AI picked up the mispronunciation, omission, insertions, self-corrections, and repetitions. Educators can immediately pick up the words their students have problems with, and the AI in reading progress can even create a challenge assignment for each individual. Thus, every student will receive personal attention based on their reading. Students will also get individual reports based on their reading. With that, educators can now personalize the reading passage for each student to the level suitable for them. It is that simple with reading progress. Truly, this is a blessing, as educators just need to preview and choose from the many interesting passages for the students. Malaysians on average read only 2 books per year. Now, if we can cultivate reading habits from young, I am sure the love for reading will be instilled for life. A child who reads will be an adult who thinks. Today a reader, tomorrow a leader.
Affect where people are able to live.
Again, another incredible teacher. Not just her, too. Like, I work a lot with the teachers in Malaysia, which I'm really lucky to do. I've been to Kuala Lumpur and visited schools, and they're all like going all in on this to help their children learn how to speak English. But reading progress isn't just for English, right, Mike?
Oh, yeah. Reading progress is a great tool for reading fluency. And so what Malaysia has been doing, again, at scale, Teacher Tan, I know that she was an early adopter of reading progress when she saw it like on an MIE event a couple of years ago when it was very early in a little alpha program, and she dove in and she adopted it, tried it out, and then she helped share it, which I think teachers are so good at, is sharing broadly. And reading progress, there's Teacher Tan's Twitter handle, but reading progress works in 116 languages, so it can be used for all sorts of scenarios. Core is reading fluency, but it also can be used for world language teaching and everything in between. And so I think what Teacher Tan has done globally is pretty amazing. And so thank you, Teacher Tan, for all the work you're doing in Malaysia. And our next guest is someone else I've known for many years on Twitter and beyond, as Luca Defino. And he's going to be doing some incredible work, or showing the incredible work he's been doing with math. And for those of you that don't know me, and Sonia for that matter, we're big OneNote fans. And Luke is going to be showing the incredible teaching and learning he's been doing with math and OneNote.
And I got to bump in here because I got to say, as a former math teacher, 10 years teaching middle school maths to 6th, 7th, 8th graders, I wish OneNote had existed when I was a teacher. So for all of you, whether you teach kindergarten, middle school, high school, math, physics, whatever, this story is for you. And also if you're a music teacher, by the way, OneNote's perfect for that. But yeah, thank you. Let's just see what Luke is up to.
See you, Luca.
Hi, I'm Luca Defino from Rome, Italy, and I teach physics to high school and university students, and I'm a big fan of OneNote.
As a physics teacher, OneNote has always been my first choice tool for the digital ink, for the advanced management of contents, for the embedding capabilities, and most important, for the possibility to interact with students' personal notebook, for homeworks, feedback, and collaboration. When I started using OneNote class notebook in 2015, Teams was still not a thing, but I already had the possibility to easily collect all my lessons, share them with students without worrying about saving, exporting, or sharing links. And I was able to send assignments to students and give them feedbacks through inking. In the beginning of my teacher journey, schools weren't as used to technology. There were few digital boards, so I explained my lessons on a traditional whiteboard, and then I used the Office Lens to capture them and send to the class notebook. All the lessons and exercises were there for students to use them anytime to help them review physics topics and prepare them for exams and tests. Also, students were not, let's say, tech ready. They would work with pen and paper because not all of them had laptop or PCs, and then take photos with their phones of their homework and put it in OneNote, or I was uploading materials for them. In this way, I could get back to them with annotations, feedback and suggestions, even on paper notebooks. As time went on, digital technology started to enter the schools, and we got digital boards, so that I could leverage the full power of OneNote to create dynamic and vibrant lessons, embedding YouTube videos, schematics, PowerPoint presentations, digital ink and Excel datasheets, all in the same page. With OneNote, we could keep track of all the lab experiences from the lab PC, adding pictures of lab instruments, reporting measurements on the shared spreadsheet, drawing graphs. Then we had shared computers in the lab, and the students started to use the collaboration space of the OneNote class notebook to write down their laboratory reports. And of course, we could use math tools in OneNote to check resolution of equations and produce step-by-step instructions, not only on the general problem but on the specific exercise. And giving to the students the opportunity to have a personal help is of great importance. Letting the students to be autonomous in their learning is the main feature of OneNote. In addition to that, with the math assistant in OneNote, it was really easy to create practice quizzes of the same kind, and also the students could train their math skills by creating in autonomy practice quizzes, and all without ever leaving OneNote. In the meanwhile, I joined the Italian Microsoft Innovative Educator expert community, and in 2016 I became a fellow. As a fellow, I trained thousands of teachers to the use of Microsoft tools in teaching. Then the pandemic hit, and the most part of the training moved online. The majority of teachers had to learn from scratch how to teach remotely, and Teams and OneNote were the perfect match. I published a lot of video tutorials on YouTube. I participated to many online webinars showing how to use OneNote and the math tools, both remotely and with the digital board. During the pandemics, I started teaching physics at the university, where we used Teams for remote lessons and exams, and OneNote for collecting assignments and laboratory reports. Then I created a personal YouTube channel focusing on PowerPoint, because, as Mike Solfsen says, this is not the PowerPoint that your parents used to know. After being in school and university for almost 10 years and having trained so many teachers on how to use OneNote for your everyday school activities, my career took a turn and I went from my university research group to work for the Italian Space Agency, where I am in charge of the utilization of the International Space Station for Italian pilots. Of course, I have not stopped using OneNote for my work, and I use it to manage my projects, my research, and to share information with my colleagues. Pleased to still be in the MIE expert community.
Love it, Mike. What are you
That was
sporting?
so awesome. So yes, so Luca, for a little solidarity, I put on my OneNote cape, got changed my background, make it all flow. But that was amazing to hear about your journey. I remember when you started using Class Notebook many years ago, and it's been so awesome to see all the incredible work you've been doing, including your new role, what you just talked about.
Yeah, so OneNote, you can use it kindergarten through I use it in my professional life all the time. Like I said, it would have changed my life as a student to have that. I always considered myself to be, if it was a disability, I think honestly, maybe I was neurodivergent, but paper was something I just couldn't do when I was a kid. And my mom would carefully help me put all my homework together. By the time it was like third period, who the heck knew where my work went? So OneNote has definitely been something that's helped me personally in my life. I used it in grad school when I was learning to be a principal. In fact, my whole cohort did. And like I said, the math tools are amazing. Thank you, Luca. And as Mike Tholson said, what did he say you said? I love it.
What's that?
What did he say? It cracked me up in the middle of the video.
About the power. This is not your parents' PowerPoint. Yeah, the
That's
modern
right.
PowerPoint.
It's true. It is not your parents' PowerPoint. So we're actually going to be sharing that in a little bit, how PowerPoint is no longer your parents' PowerPoint. But next up, we have Kamaku Mbondo Felix coming from Kenya. I almost got to meet him in person while I was in Kenya a few years ago, but we just couldn't make it work. So hopefully it can happen again. He is an MI expert, an MIE fellow. He is super passionate about sharing and helping teachers grow. And so let's just hear straight from him, all the way from Kenya. Felix.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are joining us today. I'm Kamaku Bondo Felix. I'm a teacher at Mashuru Boys High School in Kajiado County, Rift Valley region in Kenya. I'm a Microsoft Innovative Educator expert and trainer, and also a fellow. I'm an ICT champion. I'm a competence-based curriculum trainer of trainers. I'm a remote learning methodologies master trainer, online content curator, global ambassador to various edutech products and organizations. I joined the Microsoft Innovative Educator programs way back in 2018, and in 2019 I became a Microsoft Innovative Educator expert. In the same year, I was able to take part in the Microsoft Global Learning Connection. That time we used to have the Skype in the classroom, and I was able to visit around 20 countries virtually. The same time, I also took part in the Minecraft Hour of Code, and we were able to do a project with Ontario, Canada, that is Fair Chance Learning Group. And in 2020, I became the E2, that is Education Exchange winner for E2. That was to take place in Sydney in Australia, but it was suspended because of the outbreak of COVID. In 2021, I became a Microsoft Innovative Educator Fellow, and I just want to say that during 2020, during the time we had the outbreak of COVID, we were able to conduct so many sessions that were featuring the use of the Microsoft EduTech products. We were able to educate educators in Kenya on the use of the various Office 365 applications. MIE experts are a community of educators who have demonstrated a deep understanding of how technology can transform learning and are committed to sharing their knowledge and experiences with other educators. In Kenya, we have other MIEs that we work with. We have MIE ambassadors who are in charge of different regions in the country: Nairobi, Central, Rift Valley, Eastern, Nyanza, Western, Coastal region, and Northeastern, who have been helping educators to transform their teaching practice by leveraging the power of technology to improve student engagement. As a Microsoft Innovative Educator expert and fellow, I have provided professional development and training to other educators on the use of Microsoft education tools and technology. I've also collaborated with other MIE experts and educators in the country and around the world to share best practices and improve innovative teaching strategies. I've also advocated for the use of technology in education and promoting the benefits of digital learning. MIE Expert Program has benefited my school greatly. It has led to improved teaching and learning by through sharing of expertise with colleagues. I have helped improve the quality of instruction in the school, leading to better learning outcomes for the students. The program has also increased collaboration by providing networking opportunities and professional development events that have helped us connect and collaborate with other educators who are passionate about using technology to transform teaching and learning. The program has also helped us to access cutting-edge tools and technologies from Microsoft, such as Microsoft Teams and the Office 365 applications that have been used to enhance teaching and learning in our school. As I wind up, I want to thank Microsoft Education for providing educators with numerous tools, edutech tools for use in the classroom. And I want to say, as David Warlick said, that we need technology in every classroom and in every teacher's and student's hand, because it is the pen and paper of our time. It is the lens through which we experience much of our world. Thank you.
Felix, thank you so much for your generosity, for the hard work you do with the educators around Kenya. And like, excuse me, I want to say this sounds ridiculous, and all my MA experts, I know our chat, our Q&A is going on fire on the Teams Live event, and we've got educators from Egypt, Morocco, South Africa, Greece. If all of you that are on chat right now could give me one sentence of why being a member of our MIE family is so important to you, I think that would be great, because I think he shows the power of collaboration, that you just don't have to be one teacher alone doing it. We are a family. We are a group of people. We are like thinkers. And I love the quote that he said, technology is the pen and the paper of our generation and our students' generation. So amazing. Mike, thoughts?
Yeah, well, actually, I remember when Felix was like a little baby MIE expert. I think he had just joined the community a few years back, and I love seeing the journey that he's been on, and he's accomplished so much, and he's had great impact. And so I love for people to think globally about, you know, Felix started out early, he joined the community, he engaged, and he's been doing amazing things with his students and in the community. So it's fantastic to see.
Yeah, so I can't recommend enough finding other teachers in your school system, in your country, and across the globe, just to inspire you. Like, all of you inspire me every day. Like, you are why I have this job. I am here to support the work you do. Mike is here to support the work you do. All of us are here to support the work you do, and we are truly thankful.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so our last guest today is coming from Greece, Chrysanthi Sotiru. She is going to show you exactly how PowerPoint is not your parents' PowerPoint. Today, she teaches English to her Greek students. She's also their languages department head. And she has really worked to help her students just overcome challenges, gain confidence, and do more. So let's see how she's doing that.
Hello, I'm Chrysanthi Soteriou, and I'm super excited because I'm here with you in Educator's Real Life Superheroes live event. I'm a language teacher and the head of the Department of Foreign Languages at Duka School, an educational institution with a 106-year history, which is situated in Athens, Greece. Teaching is not just a profession, but my passion, my dream job. And it brings me joy to see my students learn and grow. You know, I have been teaching for the last 30 years. I first experienced the classroom environment in 1993. We, teachers, are committed to creating a supportive and inclusive learning environment for our students. So we're constantly looking for ways to improve teaching methods, explore new technologies and resources, and stay up to date with the latest trends in education. I work in an institution that fully supports innovation and aims at building knowledge, developing skills, and cultivating attitudes and values. We help students create a complete profile. We approach each student individually and comprehensively, because for us, just like for all of you, each child is unique. Does this come without any struggles? Well, no. We have faced different learning styles, such as visual, auditory, or kinesthetic, which can be difficult to accommodate, especially in a big classroom setting. How about time constraints? due to a limited time to cover all the necessary language skills, such as reading, writing, speaking, and listening, especially in large classes. We wanted our students to be motivated, so, English language learners may face frustration or boredom when learning a new language, which can impact their motivation and engagement in the classroom. And finally, assessing students' progress. Yes, there have been challenges in assessing student progress and providing feedback, especially when students have different levels of proficiency or learning rates. What we all do when struggles knock on the door is reflect on teaching practice and identify areas of improvement, self-assess strengths and weaknesses, and seek professional development opportunities to enhance our skills and teaching methodology. One of these opportunities was the Microsoft Innovative Expert Educator program. I realized that in the very first year I became an MIE. That was back in 2016. I continued to apply for the badge. 7 years later, only now, I am a Microsoft Fellow and I have all 30 members of my team on the same path. All members of Dukas School Department of Foreign Languages are MIEs and explore new tools and technologies to enhance their teaching practices. I learned many things throughout these years, so today I want to share with you the story of Speaker Coach and the supportive role of reading progress in the classroom. These two Microsoft tools are closely connected, easy to use, and you will have amazing results with your students. In our school, we try to go beyond language acquisition and equip our students with skills that are essential, not only for their school and everyday life, but also for their future. Presentation and communication skills are among them, and for more than a decade we have been working on them with our students from grade 3 and onward, based on a carefully designed curriculum. All students prepare speeches or presentations on various subjects, supported by PowerPoints, and what I always tell them is that practice and rehearsal makes perfect. These tools can save teachers time by providing insights into students' proficiency and progress, reading proficiency and progress. You can more quickly and accurately assess students' reading abilities and identify areas where students may need additional support or intervention. This can help you target your instruction more effectively and save time in the long run by adjusting teaching to meet individual students' needs. That was my story. The story of my students who became confident presenters. Thank you all. Enjoy the rest of the event. Bye from Greece.
If you haven't noticed in PowerPoint, I think most of you use PowerPoint. There is this thing called Speaker Coach out there, and it really does help you or your students improve presentation skills. What are some of the things it does, Mike?
Well, it can do all sorts of things around giving students feedback on how it's like Toastmasters if you're in the US. So your speaking speed, if you're saying ahs and ums, all those sorts of things, if you're repeating words, if you're reading off the slides. So it was great to see how that is really being put into effect in these schools in Greece, whether it's Speaking Coach or whether it's Reading Progress, that whole ability and the way that Chrysanthemum's pulled this all together with her class is really, really cool. And we've been seeing that globally, where these educators are taking these latest technologies and finding great uses in the classroom to really help their students.
Awesome. Okay, so I've been poking around the Q&A area of Teams Live, and I see that Stella in Argentina said the thing she loves about being an MIE is that it's a dynamic, lifelong arena of professional development, fostering soft and hard skills of the 21st century and beyond. Thank you, Stella. And I also see Andre said, learning and using technology is best done as a community. Teaching it is a privilege. Wow, Andre. And my buddy Joe. Hi, Joe Frazier out there. I see you. He said he loved that struggle, the quote from Crescenti, when struggles knock on the door, because they do every day when you're a teacher. And each one of these educators that we're talking to, or who's sharing their stories with us today, are absolutely responding to those struggles that knock on the door. So keep those comments coming. We love them. You guys are a community, and you need to keep sharing with each other, but we're not done yet. We have a couple things before you go. We have lots of free training. So if you saw anything here that sparked your interest, like reading progress or flip or the reflect, the feelings monsters, or speaker coach, or you want to know more, join our learn. Oh yeah, or wait, which way? There we go. There's Mike. Hi, Mike. Yes, or OneNote math tools. And if you're going to be at ISTE in the US, we have a big EdTech conference coming up at ISTE as well. We have our Learn Educator Center, which is all online. It's all over the world. It's in lots of different languages. So join our Learn Educator Center. Start working, and you can earn your Microsoft Educator and Advanced Educators trophies and badges. And if you're going to be with us at ISTE in June in Philadelphia,
I'll be there.
I'll be there too. Make sure you find us. And we're going to have a special room called Learn Live at ISTE, where you're going to get your hands on. We actually have devices. You get your hands on these things. We even have a new tool coming out called, what's the new one coming out? Search Coach.
Yeah, Search Coach is out. Search Progress will be coming out.
Search Progress. And so if you come to ISTE, you'll even get, you can get a free trial of that. But be sure to come to our room at ISTE. For those of you that are all over the world, join our Learn Educator Center. Also, if you have your Microsoft Educator and Advanced Educator badges, please nominate yourself to become an MIE expert like these amazing people and the 29,000 others out there. Go to aka.ms/MIE expert and learn about the program. We have a step-by-step guide on how you can prepare yourself to join our family. I really see this as my family. We can't wait to welcome you. And there's plenty of time. Nominations open today. All of you MIE experts out there, you just need to renew. And they close on June 26th. So you've got plenty of time to earn those badges and trophies. And please join our family. And if you are a school leader, that has a school out there, and you want to join a community of really innovative leaders that are equally as passionate and excited about connecting on how do you lead with equity, how do you lead with love, how do you lead with passion and with technology, be sure to join our incubator pathway of our Showcase School program. Mike, anything else out there that they should think about joining?
Oh, thank you. Well, I think you had a lot of great suggestions there. I just wanted to start or close myself by saying thank you so much for all of the educators in the MI expert community and educators of the world. You're doing such incredible work. We are so inspired by everything you're doing. You saw just some examples today from educators globally. There are so many more stories. Sonia and I are lucky enough to be able to see so many of these different stories happening. And I feel like daily, I'm always blown away by all the incredible things that educators are doing. So just a huge thank you to all the educators. Teacher Appreciation Week, we definitely appreciate everything you're doing. And Sonia, I'm going to let you close us out.
And I'll say, and we don't just appreciate you this week. We appreciate you.
That's right. We appreciate you every week.
We just get a whole week of making it loud. So that's it for today, you guys. On behalf of the entire Microsoft Education team and our amazing educators who shared their stories, thank you for spending your precious time with us today. To send you off, here are some more inspiring words from more of our MIE experts. This is really going to move you too. So stick around, and goodbye from us for now.
Bye-bye.
Allow me to introduce you to a few of my friends.
Hi everyone.
Namaskar from India.
Konnichiwa
from Kokkola, Finland.
Welcome to Kaysville, Utah.
Hello everybody from Sabah, Malaysia.
As educators and school leaders, you're problem solvers, change makers, forces of nature. Alone, you're incredible, but together, you're unstoppable.
I've got so many friends across the world that are all MIEs.
I have made many friends online and face-to-face.
It has been inspiring to meet MIEs from around the world and learn about how my own subject is taught elsewhere.
The Microsoft Innovative Educator program is a community of 30,000 educators who are growing, learning, and succeeding together.
When you become an MIE, you can connect with a lot of teachers. As the connection increases, your world expands and you can grow.
It provides you with a lot of resources, it provides you with lots of ideas.
MIE expert programs, there are plenty of resources to help me grow as an educator.
It is so helpful to be able to have other problem solvers.
And together we are leading and innovating for the future.
The process to become an NIE expert is fun and exciting.
You don't have to invent something new. You just have to be open to learn, create, and grow with them.
I would like to invite all educators to join MIE community and give your student the best experience of learning.
This is going to be an experience that is going to be worth it, not only for you, but also for them.
Because teachers don't see limits. We only see possibilities. Start your journey. Become a Microsoft Innovative Educator expert today.